Hi everybody, we're ready for the second block of chapters in our course. We're going to talk about email marketing. This is one of the quickest chapters in the block, but there are some important things on here. This isn't going to be that long of a lecture, but I'm going to go over some of the important ideas you need to know. So 50% of consumers begin their day with email. And email marketing has exploded throughout the world. It's important to note that email is successful because everybody checks it, everybody uses it, and it's something that can be done, to better and improve your business. So why have people switched to email? If you want to take a look on page 174, the biggest reason, without a doubt, is that it is cheaper and it's faster. You get a higher response rate than sending somebody an ad. I mean, this is a no-brainer. It's much quicker and easier to send an email than it is to send direct mail anymore. So that's one of the reasons why we moved to this approach. So we talk about some of the disadvantages of the internet as a marketing tool. The end user makes the decisions. There might not be technical support. It might be difficult to control, and there might be a limited audience. But even when you're looking at the disadvantages, email can help you override those. Because email is one-to-one. It's the company directly connecting to you, the consumer. Any marketers can use it. It can be personalized to people. You can use it to retain. You can set up email lists. You can measure whether people are opening it and reading it, and it has a direct and indirect reach as well. So email's changed. If you want to look at this is on page 174 of the textbook as well. You'll notice too that we're now focusing on email that's closed loop, and you should open the email to get different types of advertisements or opportunities, where it used to be a spam email that was sent to everybody, but our marketing strategies have changed significantly. So one of the examples that we get in the book, it's on page 175, they were specifically looking at Scott's Turf Builder, which was more targeting through integration with emails through social media, basically using social media for somebody to add to their email list or opt in to receive emails, and because of the demographic of it, that was the target they were looking for, and they did it through social media. So partnering email and social media is obviously something you want to do. So we give you what happens, what you should do. You should obviously collect from sites, get permission, send an email giving permission, and then use those emails to your advantage. So another example that was in the book was DREAMFIELDS Pasta. This is available on page 177. They spoke about how they use social media to help them increase their internet presence by providing coupons. Once again, here we go with coupons being printed off. And they looked for consumers and health professionals. And because of the email approach, they spent less on marketing. So you have different types of email, and this is important that you know. If it's anticipated, people will expect to receive it because they've agreed and they've given you permission. If it's personal, it's sent to you only, and it's customized to your needs. If it's relevant, it's supposed to be also customized to your needs and to the things that you're interested in. So permission is anti-spam, and that's, we've moved from spam to effective direct marketing. So you'll get a highest response rate mostly through the following types of list. Try to think about each one of these and which one is going to be, who's going to give you the best option. Is it going to be a list from a list broker, a permission-based list of the company's own customers, or a list compiled off of an existing website? Well, in all honesty, it's going to be the permission-based list. That's the one that's going to be because you've opted in to receive the emails, and that's more likely going to keep you getting the emails and keep you satisfied with receiving them. So there are more and more and more levels of permission that are coming. I want you to look at page 179 in the textbook because it shows you that sometimes you have to opt in twice, once on the website, once through email, and then you also have to have the option to opt out as well if you don't want the marketing anymore. So what do you get? You get newsletters, you get customer service announcements, you get promotions, new product announcements, any reminders and alerts, and promotion and advertising. Most of the time, the emails you'll get will relate to promotions. And the reason being is they're trying to promote they're trying to give you a special or a deal, and they want you to come in and check out their store or visit their website, and that's the type that you're more likely to receive. So if you want to look at the different ways of developing an email marketing campaign, this is available on page 181, and and it gives us the 4 steps that are involved in it. Try to think, most importantly, when I look at this, the customer insight is everything, because the email needs to be targeted for who the customer is and what they need. And if you do that, that's going to make it the most successful marketing campaign. So what do we say you need to do? You need to have an email list that's permission-based. Segment the list into the people that it's going to help the most. Try to make it an open-ended email and have people proofread it. Provide links for future information. Test it, and try to measure how successful it was and build based off of that success in the next email. So table 7.3, and this is available in your textbook on page 187. This one gives you some of the advantages of having email service providers help you. That's something you can consider and look at. If you want to look at the promotional email checklist, this is on page 184. One of the things that I think is important that you do more than anything else out of anything that they say, this idea of the subject line, it has to be something that calls attention to your brand, who you are, it's short, so that the person knows whether or not to open it or not. So you want to keep the emails above the viewing dimensions, and this is really important. You don't want it to be something where people have to scroll that much. And depending on the type of monitor that individuals use, that's important. So if you can accomplish everything in one screen that doesn't fill up the entire screen, you're going to be more effective with your email. So if it has a good header and a good offer, and there's a deadline given, people are going to act more with a sense of urgency, and that's important. So what do you do? How do you measure response? The most important one, I would argue, is click-through rate, because it means that you actually clicked on and opened the email. After you open the email, if 500 customers opened it and only 100 clicked on it, then you needed to do something more to get them started. You have to perfect this first, then you move to the purchase rate, then the open rate number. You want to really worry first about them going to your site and seeing it for the opportunity to purchase. So you want to maximize the click-through rate as much as possible. So a lot of people are going to have different emails that bounce incorrectly. A hard bounce means that there's a bad address and you might have entered something wrong, or the customer did. A soft bounce means that maybe it went to the spam folder, or the system wasn't receiving emails from this type of business. So if you want to look at effectiveness and analytics, this is available in the book on page 189. Once again, you would do this in an IS class or an advanced marketing class, but you can certainly look and understand analytics from this page as well. So you have to target your emails, you have to personalize them, and you have to customize them. We've already spoke about this a lot in this class, but it works the same as it would for online video that it would for email as well. So emails, you have to make sure that they're relevant to people. You have to make sure that people respect them, and you have to make sure that the recipients have control over the information they're providing with you. And those are probably the 3 biggest ideas related to it. So the Can Spam Act. This is basically the way of showing you that we've avoided spam issues more than anything else. So that's something that you want to consider, and that's something else that you can look at as well. And I'm showing you an example of this. To what a good one is, the subject is different than saying post-holiday sale versus I got your message. So the one on the left is good, the one on the right is bad. So different subject lines, looking at them in a different place, like this one from Amazon shows you that you have to update your accounts, but this is probably coming from a spam thing, because they're not even mentioning that they would never require you to call or something, or if there are any issues. So that's something to consider as well. So basically, I give you the summary that's provided here. This is an easy, quick chapter because we're basically just taking the same strategies we've used for everything else and relating them to email. So that's it, and hope you had a good lecture. Thank you.